Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to do here.
Japp has decided to reveal details to the press. The Alphabet murder is now famous.
It is not a bad idea. The more people who know, the greater our chances of finding out something of interest.
Poirot, I have a bad feeling. Poor Mr. Poirot, not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps. Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time, it's an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It's a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC. Good hunting. Did you hear that, Poirot? The murderer seems to be taking it all as a game, a challenge. He will strike on 30th in Churston. We must warn Scotland Yard.
Всем привет. Это Эркюль Пуаро. И он опять провалился. Он не смог поймать убийцу. И у нас скоро будет третье убийство. Ну что ж, какое сегодня число?
By the way, Hastings, what day is it?
Вот там 30-е.
Well, looking at the calendar, it's the 30th.
Пуаро, какой ты глупый.
No
Даже
time
я
to
вижу
lose.
по
We must
календарю.
prepare our suitcases for Churston.
Mon Dieu, it is already 10 o'clock. I will call Scotland Yard immediately.
Жертва на букву С в Честоне. Печеньки. Печеньки такие же, как в предыдущем городе. Вы видите их? Я знал, что это был Гестингс. Все он виноват. Он ест эти
Hello,
печеньки
chap.
и
We
убивает
received a
людей.
new letter from ABC in the 10 o'clock post.
Where and when?
In Churston. Today.
Today? I'll inform the population immediately.
I'll check the train times. Call me back. It is not a good time.
Итак, мы едем в Честер. Гестингс, что ты делаешь?
Hastings, what you are doing is an absolute disaster. That is no way to pack suitcases.
Heavens, we must hurry. We have to get to Churston before the murder.
Нет,
Hastings, order and method are always necessary,
всё равно не
regardless of
успеем.
the circumstances.
Okay, okay. I'll let you pack them.
All the same, it really is a disgrace to leave your belongings in such a mess.
Так, бухло. Еще бухло. Какие-то носки непонятные. Еще рубашка. Полотенчик. Пыхнет.
Voila. It only took a minute.
Все, за минуту все сделали. Гестингс
Poirot,
бездарный.
you were right. I've just consulted the ABC guide. There's no hurry. The next train doesn't leave till 11:45.
You see, there is no need to hurry. We will not be in Churston until tomorrow morning, after the murder.
But why has the murderer warned us so late? It's not what he usually does. Did he do it on purpose?
Very good question, Hastings. We should also compare the letter we have just received with the other two, although I have very little doubt about what we will find.
Я думаю, нам вообще не стоит туда ехать, в этот город. Нам надо просто поймать Гестингса и посадить его на цепь. Тогда он не сможет никого убить.
It is not a good time. It is not.
Итак, наше письмо.
Poor Mr. Poirot. Not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps? Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time it is an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It is a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC. It is not a... It is not...
Что пишет газета?
Daily Flicker, July 30, 1935. ABC affair, no progress. The alphabet murderer is still on the run. Ever since the police found the connection between the Bexhill and Andover affairs, the inquiry has barely progressed. In this issue, we are publishing provocative letters sent by the killer to Hercule Poirot. Unfortunately, Daily Flicker, July the 26th, 1935. The Beck...
Ну что ж, ничего полезного в газетах нет. Что же делать нашему Эркюлю Пуаро? Он посидел, получил очко игры. Молодец. Так, у нас есть конверт. Эх, Пуаро, Пуаро. Зеркало тебя любит. Итак, у нас книжка.
Hastings photo album.
Фото. Я знал, что Гейстингс убийца. Это еще одна улика, доказывающая это.
We've missed the 6:45 train, but we have plenty of time to catch the night train.
Гейстингс. Ах ты подлец. Ты нам не сказал про ночной поезд.
Right, let us compare this new letter with the second one.
Приступим, господа.
Let us examine this more closely. Certain characters in the two letters may have...
Так, мы знаем
Yes,
все про
the
букву
A
А.
appears to be quite unusual. Right, let us compare... That's right, the A... I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Капитан очевидность подсказывает, что буква И
Yes, this
тоже
I is
неправильная.
weird. Right, let us... Yes, the I characters in the two letters... I have to find some other similar defects. The W is not
Так,
printed properly.
W. Ну это же было, это
Right,
как бы,
let us
тоже как бы мы одно и то же повторяем второй раз.
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Так, письмо было отправлено вовремя, но конверт был не с тем адресом.
The letter should have arrived in time. The postmark shows that it was sent 3 days ago. However, our man made a mistake in the address, which explains the delay. All the same, the post office took their time correcting the error.
Come on, Poirot. Your address is not quite as well known as that of Scotland Yard. Poirot, the telephone. It must be Jap.
Ну что ж, я так и знал, Гейстингс, это еще одна улика против тебя.
I have some news from Churchton. Bad news, I'm afraid. Sir Carmichael Clark was murdered while out on his evening walk.
Sir Carmichael Clark. The name is familiar to me.
He was a famous throat specialist, one of the best in London. A wealthy man, he retired to Combside, a beautiful house by the sea. He collected antiques.
Are you going there?
Yes, let's meet on the train.
Итак, мы в новой локации. Это особняк врача, которого убили на прогулке. И мы, как истинный детектив... Но я знаю, что убил его Гестингс, но мы просто будем так делать вид, что он все-таки наш друг, не могу я его
The victim is called Sir Carmichael Clark, one of the best throat specialists in London. The body was still warm when we found it. If we'd been warned earlier, we definitely could have saved him.
It appears that the murderer made a mistake when he wrote his letter.
A mistake? Lucky for him.
And what if he did it on purpose?
No. He's defined his madcap rules and he's sticking to them. It's a matter of pride for him. Shall we go up to the house, Poirot?
You go,
Вот
my friend.
трупак.
I will come soon.
Сначала трупак надо посмотреть. Но сначала на птичек посмотрим.
This place is very calming. The site is exceptional. It is easy to imagine that Sir Carmichael used to enjoy stopping here every evening.
Итак, а что мы еще можем смотреть? Только на труп. А нет. Кустик есть.
The body
Вот
is
за
just
этим
in front of a bush. One of the
кустом
only
прятался
bushes in the
убийца.
surrounding area. Jap has emptied the victim's pockets and has laid out their contents on this piece of wax cloth.
Так, у нас есть ключи.
It is pointless.
У нас есть кольцо с гербом.
A signet ring, very probably with
У нас есть часики.
an oriental dragon. It's an old piece, much older than the pocket watch on which it was fastened.
И кошелек. Как обычно, деньги никто
Nothing
не
appears
взял.
to be missing from this wallet.
И трупак.
The gravel
What
on the
is
path
krovь?
has been sprayed with blood that covers a conical-shaped area, which starts at the body and becomes wider as it moves further from the bush.
Так странно. Он что, так-то упал? Кровь? Нет. Явно что-то не так.
The gravel on the path has been sprayed with blood.
У нас есть справочник. С кровью.
An ABC guide. The murderer's customary signature, covered in blood this time. Apart from the wound to the throat, the body is untouched. No cuts, no bruises.
А еще меня кое-что смущает, что он в рукавичках,
Apart from the wound to the
но на них нельзя навести.
Sir Carmichael's throat was cut. It's a clean incision, a professional murder.
Возможно, он сам был убийцей, у него перчатки не надел. Так, что здесь еще у нас есть? Так, жертва, врач, по болезням горла, и ему перерезали горло. Как интересно. Убийца с юморком.
The vegetation behind the bush has been trampled. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Капитан Очевидность снова победил.
Sir Carmichael had his back to the bush when the killer cut the throat from behind. A fatal blow that sprayed blood over a range of more than 1 meter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
И снова Капитан Очевидность победил.
Have you finished, Poirot?
Chief Inspector, many questions remain unanswered, but I am certain of one thing. The killer has prepared his crime very carefully.
Quite right. He must have known Sir Carmichael's movements well to plan such an attack.
The murderer struck with terrible savagery.
Yes, blood flowed. It's the first time he's attacked a man. He armed himself accordingly.
Have you spoken to the victim's family, Chief Inspector?
I've spoken to the brother, Franklin Clark.
Итак,
I didn't
наша
get much out of him.
следующая задача
He's yours. I must get the body
Заплатить.
removed.
Брата жертвы. Есть подозрение, что он на самом деле убийца, что он специально так подстраивался и прикрывался маньяком, чтобы заполучить наследство. Да, это
To be
вариант.
honest, this inspector seems rather obtuse. I'm counting on your friend Poirot to catch my brother's murderer. Ah, here he is now. Please, Mr. Poirot. Mr. Poirot, this is my brother's secretary, Miss Thora Gray.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Poirot. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you, mademoiselle. I find it hard to digest.
Итак, кто же убийца?
It is now the right time.
Посмотрим на этого брата.
There is something very viril about him.
У него есть галстук. И тоже перчатки. Подозрительный какой. Где там
There
печень?
is something
На
very
шею
viril about him.
показал.
Franklin Clark is an adventurer, the sort of man that women like.
Вот он убийца. Подозрительный. С перчатками. Это что за тетка?
There is something elegant about her.
Дракон. Макияж.
She has good taste, except perhaps in her choice of jewelry.
Please excuse me, I have to take care of Lady Clark.
Hastings does not like very
Ну вот убийца есть. Ну, он вчера был с нами. Может, он по почте убил?
It is now the right...
Ну что ж, поговорим.
My brother's wife is gravely ill. You will probably want to question her, but I fear that it won't be possible today.
Of course, I understand. Someone set a trap for your brother. Who was familiar with his habits?
Everybody knew he took his evening walk at 8:30, and that he always followed the same path.
And did people of the village know Sir Carmichael a bit?
I don't know. It's possible.
What were you doing last night?
After dinner, I went to my bedroom. At 11 in the evening, the telephone rang. It was the police. I went to look for my brother.
Was it a dark night?
It was a new moon. I took a lantern.
So it was you who found the body.
Yes, along with the gardener.
Have you seen any strangers around the house recently?
No. As far as I know, nobody has been near the house.
Miss Clark.
Oh, Lady Clark must have fallen from her chair. I have to help Miss Grey get her up.
Такой подозрительный.
Hastings, while our host is gone, let's examine the drawing room.
But, Poirot, a gentleman shouldn't...
I take full responsibility. All you have to do is to leave the drawing room door ajar and let me know if anyone is coming. There are some very valuable objects here.
У нас тут ценные статуэтки. Картина перевернутая. А нет, это не картина, это ложка.
Compass, point to the south. Bronze and magnetite. Han Dynasty, circa 210 BC. Purchased in Hong Kong 1935.
Так, карта.
Traditional Chinese map. Facsimile. South is on the top of the map.
Его брат, значит, интересовался Китаем. Значит, он ниндзя. Хотя ниндзя японцы. Он китайский ниндзя. Так, у нас книжка.
Comside's private collection. Purchases since 1920. The catalogue for Sir Carmichael Clark's collection. A crane?
Да все говорит, что он китаец. Фанат китайцев. Как он узкоглазый шпион,
It is an
наверное, в шкафу
emperor.
запрятал.
His place at the center of the table is probably symbolic.
И печеньки. Вот они. Эти печеньки были везде. Самое опасное, что есть, это
A
печеньки.
dragon. A tiger.
Это китайский стол, что ты рассказывал. Дракон в
turtle.
Китае. Там все просто кричит об этом.
Dragon, dragon, dragon. Sir Carmichael showed himself to be very consistent in his collection's theme. I'm not...
Так, у нас еще стойка стоит.
It's locked.
Пока она заперта, на ключ где-нибудь найдем.
Sir Carmichael's collection could rival that of a major museum. The interior is richly decorated.
Так, у нас тут гобелен, у нас тут дракон, всякие приспособления ниндзя. Наверху еще какая-то фигня.
Dragon, dragon, dragon. Sir Carmichael showed himself to be very consistent in his collection's theme.
Так, у нас шкаф еще есть.
Turtle, the dragon, the crane and the tiger. I think I've already seen this motif somewhere.
На столе, конечно же.
The cardinal points. This book. Each cardinal point is associated with one animal and one color. In the middle sits the imperial dragon, and out of respect, all the others are turned towards him.
Вот, мы сейчас должны решить эту головоломку. Получить загадку. Вернее, открыть загадку. Итак,
Position of each
повернуты они.
motif.
Я думаю, наверное, дракон головой, видишь, так повернут. Да. А вот цвета. Здесь синенький. Наверное, здесь также надо, значит, внизу черный, синий, красный, белый сделать.
I think I heard a bang. Could it be this cupboard?
Так, у нас открыт
This
шкаф.
is interesting.
Что они рассказывают? Самураи. Самураи в Японии, а это из Китая драконы всякие. Китайские драконы. Что они говорят? Усы самурая. Письмо.
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael Clark, MD, ComSci Churton, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer. I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I have received today, there is unfortunately no place for that.
Жены мистера
I
Кларка.
estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan. These daggers
у нас
are only
кинжалы.
ceremonial weapons. I do not think that the crime weapon is here.
Почему не здесь? Вот одного как раз нет. Все как раз.
Here's
Получается,
Miss Grey.
по нотам.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Lady Clark's condition requires regular care. I believe you want to ask me a few questions.
Indeed, mademoiselle. This porcelain is remarkable. Is it old?
It's about 3 centuries old, I believe. Wait, let me find the reference.
She appears to be very flustered.
Так, почему она взволнована? Где у нее тушь потекла? Почему они все не замечают, что у нее тушь потекла? Как она дерганая вся.
She's unable to hide her emotion, and her makeup has been disturbed. I think that this young woman has just been kissed.
А, Пуаро какой. Все подмечает, но тушь от этого разве течет?
Teapot with black dragon, Gangxi period, end of the 17th century. It is a rare piece with unusual colours.
You have a good knowledge of art history.
Я тоже
Acquired
хорошо
while
эту книжку
working
умею
with
читать.
Sir Carmichael.
Google открою,
I
там,
used to
какую
help him manage
Википедию,
his
и
collection
все, я просто
and
мастер по
choose his
всем
new
вопросам.
acquisitions.
Did you have a good relationship with your employer?
He treated me well, and I am sorry for his death.
Have you seen any strangers hanging around in the past few days?
No. Nobody has been near Comside.
Tell me what happened
Что
last
ж там
night.
было?
After dinner? Well, I did some sewing, and then I went to bed. I was woken by the telephone at 11. I heard Franklin Clark speaking with the gardener. They left with some lanterns and they found the body.
Am I right thinking that something is going on between you and Franklin?
How dare you ask me such a question?
And you? How do you dare kiss your good friend in the house of a dead man?
Mr. Poirot, you are behaving despicably.
Какая она дерзкая.
Miss Grey, if I may be so bold, please do not take offence. My friend has rather unusual methods, but all he wants is to find the murderer.
Yes, I understand. I must rest. Please excuse me.
Earlier, you asked me to watch the living room door for you. I don't wish to be indiscreet, but sometimes a gentleman stumbles upon a secret without intending to.
That is sometimes the case.
And I saw Franklin Clark kissing Miss Grey at the foot of the stairs.
Do you think this is a common occurrence?
No, I saw emotion, intensity. I think it was their first kiss.
Well done, mon ami. Well spotted.
However, I don't think I completely understand this business. Why did Sir Carmichael not defend himself? He appeared to have been active and strong.
The murderer did not give him a chance. Let us try and reconstruct the scene.
Так, у нас реконструкция. Сцена убийства.
Sir Clark is taking his customary walk. Our
Вот
killer
вот
is
старичком.
hiding behind a bush.
Убийца ждет.
The old man walks quietly along the gravel path.
Он любуется Кармайклом.
Then he turns towards the sea to gaze at it.
И вот сейчас убийца нападет. Справа.
The killer leaves his hiding place on the right-hand side. He approaches silently over the grass.
Он перерезает ему горло.
Then he throws himself on his prey and cuts the poor man's throat. He then lays down the ABC before leaving.
Так, ну почему справочник с кровью?
Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is
Почему
exactly
справочник
what
с кровью?
happened.
Вот в чем вопрос. Несостыковочка. Если он его так аккуратно положил и был аккуратный порез, то крови на справочнике быть не должно.
Oh, just a minute. I'm getting dressed.
Кто это? Какой-то непонятный мужик с кровью на рубашке и в перчатках.
Mr. Kirst, have you recently returned from Churston?
Yes. Indeed I have.
Так
Have you seen
неинтересно,
the
он сразу
papers?
Векову
And to
показывает
think that you
убийцу.
might have rubbed shoulders with the killer. Imagine that. Mr. Kirst, are you all right? You don't seem well.
My apologies. My throat is burning and my head feels
Ну,
heavy.
я
It's
разочарован.
ever since the war, you know.
Я разочарован.
Since my injury, my
Вот вы не
head has
представляете,
never been the
насколько я
same.
разочарован. Нам сразу показали убийцу. Вот, я даже не знаю, что по поводу этого. думать.
Poirot, it's a pleasure to be with you again after all these years. I looked for a gift to thank you, and I found this propelling pencil.
An authentic collector's item. You spoil me, mon ami.
And you more so by sharing investigations.
Do not underestimate the help you are to me, Hastings. Intellect is not everything. There is also goodwill, and you are not short of that. Later, I will ask you to help me tidy up the room and bring some chairs. Our guest will be here soon.
Ah, is Thora Grey coming?
Naturally. She is a fascinating young woman, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, come on, Poirot. I'm a married man. And Miss Grey has already been courted by Franklin Clark. Poirot, our guests will be here soon. We must prepare ourselves.
Ну что ж. Пуаро ждет
I
гостей.
should take advantage of the silence to examine them.
Мы должны их изучить. Ну, я думаю, мы изучим их в следующей серии, потому что нам показали убийцу. Я разочарован. Я думал, мы будем как-нибудь сами пытаться догадываться, нам его взяли, так сказали, вот он, смотрите на него. И мы теперь вот смотрим на них, и мы понимаем, что они как бы ни при чем. Ну, посмотрим, сможет ли Пуаро решить эту загадку. Увидимся с вами в следующем эпизоде.